Do you need to know how to take your business to the next level? I'm going to show you how to make more money doing what you love without actually losing the love for photography. You'll see the results you want quicker without the frustration and overwhelm.
It's showtime.
I'm going to go over 5 main points to help you level up your business. The first, diagnosing what the next level is. Number 2, why do you want it? Number 3, who do you know who's already done it? 4, what are you willing to do to get there? And number 5, how do you know what done looks like? So the number 1 step, the very first thing to do before you can take your business to the next level is figure out what is the next level. If you've never taken a paid client before, the next level is not running a $500,000 studio, right? I know it sounds obvious, but we have to decide what the next level is and be realistic with ourselves. And it's sort of a balancing game because you don't want to set the bar too low where the next level is like 1 Instagram follower. That's not really a goal.
I mean, there's absolutely no organic flow through.
That should just happen by accident when you open up an Instagram account. It needs to be ambitious enough to motivate you to move forward and to have a real benefit to the business, but not so ambitious that it's unattainable.
Say it once, say it twice.
And you get frustrated and upset when it doesn't happen quickly enough. And it's going to be tough to do this in the beginning until you've really learned what it takes to do any of the things you're doing. But the important thing is just to get started. So if you've never had a paid client before, never picked up a camera, your first step probably going to be learn lighting and posing. You're going to do a ton of free shoots. So maybe to elevate yourself to the next level, that next level means you know at least 10 poses and you can set up 1 lighting style consistently. That could be the next level. If you've already broke $100,000 in revenue, maybe your next step is $150,000 or $200,000. If you've made a solid year's worth of income, maybe next year you want to do it in 11 months or in 10 months. Maybe you only want to work 6 months. That could be another way to elevate your business to the next level. But you got to start by defining what the next level is.
Hey, these aren't my rules. Come to think of it, I don't have any rules.
Number 2, what is it going to help you accomplish? Like, why get to this next level at all? And this is going to accomplish 2 things. 1, it's going to motivate you to actually do the work to get to that next level. And 2, tell you if you should even be going down this road in the first place. So if your next level goal is 1,000 Instagram followers, well, why do you want to get 1,000 Instagram followers? Is it because you'll think, if people see I have 1,000 followers, I'll look like a real business and then people will trust me more?
You think I'm qualified?
Because that's a vanity metric and it's totally not true. Because you can buy followers and that doesn't make you any more legit a company or account period than somebody who only has 50 followers. I'd rather have 50 paid clients follow me on Instagram who refer their friends to me than 15,000 people where I'm only getting 3 or 4 likes and comments on a post. Whereas if you want 1,000 Instagram followers because you want to generate consistent leads with Instagram, generating consistent leads from Instagram is going to be a much better goal for you to set to take that to the next level. So if you don't have any leads coming in through your social media platforms right now, maybe 1 consistent lead a week is a great next level goal for you to focus on. Who do you know who's actually done it? This is one of the biggest things I learned from my mentor, is seeking counsel versus opinion. Opinion comes from somebody who's never done the thing that you want to do, and they're going to give you lots of unsolicited feedback, or solicited if you ask for it, but it's not actually going to have any wisdom attached to it that will matter to you. Whereas counsel comes from someone who's already done it. So if I want to get a book published, I'm not going to go ask people who have never published a book. I'm going to go find someone who's on the New York Times bestsellers list and find out how they did it, because that's where I want to be.
You 2 kids picked me. You didn't have to, but you picked me.
If I want to talk to people who've never done a thing that I want to do, I'll just go read the comments section on, somebody's Reddit post. I mean, maybe there's some value in there, but probably not. It's going to be a lot of opinions, no actual counsel. Let's jump back to Instagram as our example here. If you want to start generating consistent leads from Instagram, find another local business around you who also serves your ideal client. This could be a skincare facility, a spa, a hair salon. This could be, any number of businesses, clothing boutiques, lingerie shops. Find someone who's doing really well with their Instagram. They get good following. A lot of people are asking about their services. You can tell when you look at someone's account who's actually getting attention and who's just posting a bunch of stuff to crickets. Find one of the companies who's getting attention from their clients. And then reach out to that business owner. Say, hey, I noticed you're crushing it on Instagram. It looks like you're generating a lot of business from there. I'm curious to know how you do the same thing. I'd be happy to provide you with some free photos if you want to do a photo shoot for your own Instagram page, if you'll show me how to do what you do, or at least give me some insight. That is a great way to do this because you're going to get tagged in all their photos. So all of their clients, who are your potential clients, are going to learn about you. That's a win. They get free photos. You're building this relationship.
Guy, come on. We're simpatico here. Look at us. Huh, we even shop at the same store. Hey, hermano. Yeah, there you go.
And you learn how to actually use Instagram to generate leads. If you watch nothing else in this video, that right there alone, totally worth it. So there you go. Learn from someone who's already done it. And if you can partner up along the way, even better. What are you willing to do to get there? I had a consult call a year or two ago with somebody who wanted to book me or wanted to hire me to be a one-on-one coach to help them build a photography business, which I do. I'm more than happy to do that. I love doing that. And she asked me what my success rate was. And I asked, how do you define that? And she said, people you coached who've gone on to create really successful photography businesses. And I said, honestly, most people don't. And she said, well, that doesn't sound very good. I'm like, well, I disagree, because most people get into photography because we love photography. And if you want to run a photography business, you have to run a business. It's way different from just going out and taking pictures for fun. The actual photography part of it is like 5 to 10% of what we do in a given week, at least until you get enough revenue coming in to outsource all those other things. And then you can just focus on the part you love. But either way, accounting has to get done, marketing has to get done, sales has to get done. You don't have to be the one that does them. You can partner up with somebody for that. But either way, those things have to get done. And most photographers get into this space, learn all the things that they don't want to do, and then they bow out, which I think is great. Because if you love photography, you don't want to run a business, don't.
It's all very personal.
But if you want to create a business that will allow you the freedom to travel, spend time with your friends and family, to set your own schedule, to have financial independence, dive in, because this is an amazing industry to do that in. I love every day that I get to wake up and do it. But you have to be willing to do something different than you were yesterday. And it's so much more than just taking photos. So if you're willing to learn what really moves your clients, and you're willing to charge what you're worth, and you're willing to value what you do for people, that will help you get to the next level. So you have to be willing to put the work in and do something different than you're currently doing. You're going to have to learn new ways to do the things that you're already doing what you do also, which I'm learning some bad habits to learn new good habits, and it's constantly changing. You're always going to be growing, which I think is incredibly exciting and one of my favorite parts about doing what I do. But you have to be willing to put the work in and do something different from what you're currently doing. And if you are, awesome. I'm stoked for you on this journey. And the last point, what does done look like? One of the things we hear on our consultation calls with clients all the time, oh, I'd love to book a shoot if I could just lose 10 more pounds first. Well, you know as well as I do that the 10 pounds is arbitrary. They could lose that 10 and maybe even 10 more on top of that, and they're still not going to be happy. They're still not going to be ready to book a shoot. But like starting a business, having kids, any of these things, there's no ready. No one's ever totally prepared for a thing they've never done before, because you don't know what prepared is if you've never done the thing, right?
Hey, I'm just doing my job because I thought we had a deal.
You just have to dive in and do it. But you need to know what the end point looks like. So, as we've talked about before with Instagram, gaining 1,000 followers isn't a good goal, but having one consistent lead come in every week, that is a great finishing point. Okay, well, having one lead come in every week for 1 week is not success. But if you've done it 6 weeks in a row, 10 weeks in a row, that's pretty cool. So your goal would be, I want 10 weeks in a row where I get at least one good lead coming from Instagram. And then at the end of the 10 weeks, done. Check the box, have a little party for yourself, celebrate your win, and then figure out what the next level is. Is it 2? Is it 5? Or now that you have a good idea of the kinds of posts that generate revenue, are you going to run an ad campaign, put some money behind these posts, and bring in 10, 15, 20 leads a week. That's up to you to decide.
You don't know the deets very well.
But if you don't define done, you're not going to know if you're on the way or when you get there. And it can't be something arbitrary. It has to be something very concrete, very, very measurable, where you can literally just check the boxes and say, cool, now I'm done. So that's it. Those are the 5 things that you need to do to take your business to the next level. Define what the next level is. Is it really worth something pursuing? Who do you know who's done it? What are you willing to do to get there? And how will you know when you're there? So to learn more about elevating your business, check out the next video. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. You can find me over at boudoirguild.com. I'm here for your success, and I'll see you soon.